I'm doing this in video form because I got shot a while back and I have some dexterity problems in my hand, and so it take me a little too long to type this out. And call me a conspiracy theory or whatever you want to call it. And I'm saying this to say this. First Michael Jackson, now Prince. And both Michael Jackson and Prince, we all know, grabbed and owned control of all their music, publishing, and everything else. And not only that, Michael Jackson also had ownership of the Beatles album. So now Prince gets his publishing and everything from Warner Brothers, etc. And all of a sudden he end up dead. The music that Michael Jackson and Prince made was timeless. So I don't give a fuck what decade, generations from now, that music touches people regardless. And we all know one of the greatest controller of human beings to help influence and can change things is sound and music. And what's going on right now is they playing chess. And we niggas we playing checkers like a motherfucker. They thinking 10 steps ahead of us. So here's what's gonna happen. The publishing and everything that Michael Jackson and Prince had, you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna take that music, they're gonna distribute it and do what the fuck they want to do with it. You're never gonna hear it on radio stations. They're gonna take samples and cut in space, and no disrespect to the white people who are entertainers or whatever, these motherfuckers don't know no better. They just as dumb as we are. And they're gonna give it to white artists, and they're gonna make songs and music from it. And you know what's gonna happen? And what our artists today, the Chris Browns, the Fetty Waps, the Futures, and these other Young Thugs, and the Birdmans, and all these stupid motherfuckers. And I'm not trying to be calling you stupid motherfuckers to be disrespectful. I'm calling you stupid motherfuckers because y'all don't understand, and you're doing everything for a motherfucking dollar. That don't mean shit. So what they're gonna do is, the music is gonna be wiped out, all that good music. And you know what's gonna happen? When the generations to come, when you're dead, and we're no longer around, and our children and the other generations of minorities gonna have to deal with and how they gonna destroy us. They're gonna be like, look, they animals. Look how they kill and shoot and murder each other. Look how they talk about each other in their music. And you know what they're gonna be? They're gonna show and to prove to other new white generations who are born to brainwashing them and thinking that niggas ain't shit. These bitches ain't loyal. Bust it open for a real nigga. Suck my dick, bitch. Eat the booties like groceries. You ain't gonna hear another Purple Rain. People ain't gonna know shit about Little Red Corvette. Motherfuckers ain't gonna know shit about They Really Don't Care About Us. They ain't gonna know shit about Scream. They ain't gonna know shit about Heal the World, Make It a Better Place. We Are the World. When the fuck you last time you heard We Are the World on the radio? Tell me that. You haven't. How often do you hear Michael Jackson songs or Prince songs played on mainstream radio? You don't. You know where you gotta go to hear that motherfucking bullshit? You gotta go to an off-brand AM station who play oldies or classic R&B. So what are the kids getting? What are the motherfuckers, the generations that's coming up getting? They getting this bullshit Fetty Wap, and you got Chris Brown them out here disrespecting women. And no, this Chris Brown, you've been brainwashed, brother. Because the shit when you first came out, the shit you was singing, the shit that you was doing, it talked about love, it had harmony, and now all you doing, man, is dissing bitches on songs and you singing it. In future, you so motherfucking stupid. And I'm calling you stupid because you don't know no better. And everything that we do, we value money above all things. And the powers that be know that. So you know how they're gonna kill us off. Do you realize what's happening? And you dumb enough right now to sit there and say to yourself that this nigga don't know what he talking about. This nigga is conspiracy theory and all this. No, because you know why I'm not? Because I'm not plugged in the system. I watch enough TV, listen to enough music and news to study it and understand what's going on. My brain is clear, brothers. And they are plotting and planning our extinction, and you motherfuckers don't even realize it. I was watching Willie D the other day on the Breakfast Club and listening to David Banner and people, they know. But you niggas running around here doing all this extra bullshit. And it's our fault. And it's sad to say, Dr. Dre, he didn't know what he was doing. But he's like one of the biggest culprits that led us down this fucking road. Starting off with NWA. And yeah, they had some positive music, fuck the police, but the rest of all this sucking the dick and calling people bitches. Then he went over to Death Row and started with the Chronic. Him and Snoop Dogg, they helped destroy rap music. Rap music was not meant to be this. And you remember how we first started rapping, how white people were saying rap music ain't gonna last 10 years. It ain't gonna be around. What rap music ended up doing? It's been around. And what did it do? It reached out to people who they didn't think it was going to reach out to. White people, people in other countries. That's how you can go to other countries and see people who don't even speak English, but they know every song and every word to a rap song. This ain't the powers to be that don't know that. So they know that this music can bring people together, and they also know music can tear people apart. And that's all we've been doing for the last 15 years. It's going down, and that's why our community is the way it is, because of music. And not just music, but the system that's set up. But music can either heal us or it can destroy us. And right now we're destroying. So unless you motherfuckers in the industry decide to stop being ignorant, stop doing everything for money, because you can think about it, you can do all the shit you want to, and you can live and have all this extra shit, but you have kids and family members and generations to come behind you of black people. What are you leaving for them? Or don't you give a fuck? You don't give a fuck about your kids? Because if you continue to do what you're doing now, that's exactly what you're saying. I don't give a fuck about you. Family. I'm going to do what I'm going to do so I can enjoy life the way I am right now. And when I'm dead and gone, whatever the other race or not the race, I'm not going to say race because then I'm saying white people, but the powers that be who want to be in charge, who want separation, who don't want black people to be a part of this fucking country, which is fine, motherfucker. We didn't want to be here in the first place. But we here, and we helped build this motherfucker. They are playing checkers and we are playing chess. I have a great idea how to fix this. And I would need help from a few people. I thought about it and I have a great idea how to fix this whole situation. I don't want to be famous. I don't want to have money and big houses. What I want to do is help assist in keeping not only just the black race, but for humanity to survive and for us to survive as people. It doesn't have to be black people against white people. It don't have to be this person in power or this race in power. It doesn't have to be any of that. But we got to heal our own community. And one of the biggest things to stop and start to heal our communities is fucking music, and they know it. Yeah, they're going to tell us, yeah, Prince was on drugs for some bullshit. Same thing they told us about Michael Jackson. And everybody fell for it. You know how the media, yeah, Michael Jackson fucking little boys and raping little boys, really? Come on, man, if he was doing that, why were people still taking their kids over to his house? Why would he continue to put himself in that predicament if he was doing that? They couldn't say shit about Prince because they ain't had no dirt on Prince. But he was fucking little boys or doing some pedophilia shit. Motherfucking pastors and priests are fucking little boys every single day. Ain't nobody doing shit about that. These motherfuckers are slowly and surely setting up our extinction. And we worry about a motherfucking Harriet Tubman being on Twitter. That's another distraction, man. We gotta wake up. Because pretty soon, we ain't gonna be around to see it. But our babies and the generation coming finna go through straight hell. And it ain't gonna be, pretty soon, it's gonna be to the point that we never existed. Because it's easy to go to Africa and drop a bomb on all that shit and destroy because it's not a part of America. But you can't drop a bomb on America because we're here. And if you destroy black people in America, if you drop a bomb in America, you're gonna kill up a whole bunch of white people. So what do you do with the black people in America? You let them kill you set up a situation where they kill each other off, and then you imprison them, where you have them locked up. Then you can do whatever you want to do with them. So then when you get rid of the black people in America, it's easy to go to other countries and set up disease or drop bombs to destroy or whatever, and then what? I hope whoever hears this message and really pays attention to it understand what I'm saying. And if you don't want to, like, who are you saying? Who am I? Whatever. I'm nobody. I'm absolutely nobody. Man, but I don't have an agenda. My only agenda is to cut this motherfucking snake head off right now, so it can stop it. Because as long as we let the head stay on the body and continue to move in this nigga, we in for it. We in for it. So, do what you do, whether you believe me or not. But just ask yourself if anything I'm saying to you make any sense at all. I mean, if it doesn't make any sense at all, I think there's something wrong with you. Even if I'm wrong, ask yourself if this makes any sense to you at all. If you pay attention to what's been happening. If you pay attention to everything I said about what's going on in our community. If you pay attention to what I said about what's been played on the radio. What our kids growing up listening to. If you're paying any attention to that shit, ask yourself if anything that I said in this video makes any sense.